Imagine waking up one day to find out that the fastest growing neurological disorder in the world is threatening millions, and we have no clear idea why. This isn't a scene from a dystopian novel, it's our reality with Parkinson's disease. Despite its alarming rise, the reasons behind this surge remain shrouded in mystery. What we do know is that Parkinson's primarily attacks the neurons in a part of the brain called the substantia nigra, crucial for motor control. These neurons produce dopamine, a neurotransmitter vital for brain function, and their loss leads to the debilitating symptoms seen in Parkinson's patients. Now here's the kicker. New research suggests a disturbing link between common pesticides and an increased risk of developing Parkinson's disease. That's right, the same chemicals used to protect crops might be putting your brain at risk. Welcome to Sapien Analysis. Today, we are going to discuss scientific studies that analyze data from over 21 million people and found a chilling association between certain pesticides and a higher likelihood of Parkinson's. Simazine, lindane, and atrazine were the worst offenders, showing a dose-dependent increase in risk. This means the more you're exposed, the greater your chance of developing this devastating disease. It's a wake-up call for all of us to scrutinize what we're putting into our environment and ultimately into our bodies. Let me take you deeper into the story of Parkinson's disease, a condition that's not just a medical mystery, but a growing public health crisis. One of the prime suspects in this scenario is glyphosate, an herbicide so ubiquitous that its residues have been found in the feces of 70% of people tested, from farmers to city dwellers. In April 2024, at the American Academy of Neurology's 76th annual meeting in Denver, groundbreaking research was unveiled that adds another piece to this complex puzzle. Researchers from Amherst College, Washington University, and Barrow Neurological Institute delved into a massive data set of over 21 million Medicare beneficiaries. They mapped pesticide usage across the United States from 1992 to 2008, focusing on 65 well-documented pesticides and their correlation with Parkinson's disease. The findings were startling. 14 pesticides were linked to an increased risk of Parkinson's, with simazine, lindane, and atrazine showing the strongest associations. For instance, people living in counties with the highest use of simazine faced a 36% increased risk of Parkinson's disease. The risk for atrazine and lindane was similarly alarming, with increases of 31% and 25%, respectively. And here's the kicker. These risks were dose-dependent. The more exposure, the higher the risk. This research builds on earlier studies linking cropland density to Parkinson's disease, using it as a proxy for pesticide exposure. But this time, they pinpointed the exact pesticides driving the association. Dr. Brittany Krzyzanowski, the lead author, emphasized the difficulty in establishing causation, but highlighted the need for more precise data to inform public health policies. Now, let's shift our focus to Europe, where a heated debate is raging over glyphosate. Glyphosate is not just any herbicide, it's a lightning rod for controversy. Concerns about its safety have been mounting, with some studies linking it to cancer and now potentially to Parkinson's disease. Current regulatory actions, as defined by the European Food Safety Authority, fall short in several ways. First, neurotoxicity testing is too crude. In animal studies, neurotoxicity is assessed by observing visible neurological symptoms. However, in Parkinson's disease, these symptoms only appear after extensive damage, 60 to 70% loss of nigrostriatal nerve cells. If only 40% of these cells are lost, the animal appears healthy, falsely suggesting the pesticide is safe. Comprehensive post-mortem cell counts in relevant brain regions are necessary, but are not part of current protocols. Second, the doses used in experiments often don't reflect real-world exposure. Glyphosate can travel through the air and accumulate in house dust, exposing people via inhalation and skin contact. These routes and higher concentrations need to be factored into neurotoxicity assessments. Third, glyphosate and other pesticides can disrupt the gut microbiome, potentially triggering a cascade of neurodegenerative processes. Animal studies have shown that glyphosate alters intestinal bacteria, which may spread neurodegeneration from the gut to the brain via the vagal nerve. This gut-brain axis needs to be a part of improved regulatory actions. And it doesn't stop there. People are exposed to pesticide cocktails, mixtures of multiple pesticides that can have synergistic effects, increasing neurotoxicity. Recent research shows that co-exposure to different pesticides results in greater harm to dopaminergic neurons than any single pesticide alone. Yet, current assessments focus on isolated pesticides. Moreover, much of the research on glyphosate has been industry-driven, often omitting critical findings. Independent studies must be incorporated into risk evaluations to ensure unbiased assessments. So where do we go from here? The evidence, though not conclusive, suggests a biologically plausible link between glyphosate and Parkinson's disease. This, combined with the rapid rise in Parkinson's prevalence and the inadequacies in current regulatory actions, calls for urgent action. We need to rethink how we assess the safety of pesticides and protect public health. Here's what we can do. 1. Fund research for better regulations. Push for funding to develop enhanced regulatory frameworks that specifically address the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. 2. Independent evaluations. Ensure that glyphosate and other pesticides are evaluated by independent scientific institutions. Only those demonstrating safety according to new, rigorous criteria should be allowed. 3. Pursue alternatives. Invest in and promote alternatives to pesticide use, protecting our health and the environment. Imagine a world where stepping into your garden, walking through a park, or enjoying a glass of wine doesn't carry hidden risks. We owe it to ourselves, our families, and future generations to create safer, healthier communities. Let's make informed choices, push for stringent regulations, and prioritize public health over chemical convenience. Together, we can turn the tide against the silent epidemic of Parkinson's disease. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into science, history, medicine, and much more. Till next time, keep exploring.